Welcome to the first episode of Cool Story Bro. This podcast brought to you by 100% Malaysia. Your one-stop shop for your sneakers and all your, streetwear, t-shirts and stuff. So they have an online website. It's called 100%.com.my. You can head on there and key in the promo code like...
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
Why?
Do it with more confidence, bro. This is the first episode.
Okay.
Say it. Say it properly. Don't cut this. Don't cut this.
Welcome to the first episode of Cool Story Bro.
Yeah.
And this podcast is sponsored by 100% Malaysia. And we'll hook you up with the promo code Cool Story Bro. Just key that in upon checkout and you get 10% off. If you haven't do your Christmas shopping, now's the time to do so.
I'm just gonna migos in between whatever you say.
Right, so for the first episode, we have our very special guest today. He's called...
Hey, wait, we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, do it again.
Sorry, first time. My name is Im.
And I'm Nabil.
And we're your host for Cool Story Bro. And today, we have our guest, Kuah Jenhan.
Yeah, that's me.
Funny man who makes funny jokes and make money with jokes.
No shit, no.
Yeah.
I'm a joke reseller.
Yeah, he's joke reseller, essentially. So tell us something about yourself that the people don't know.
Well, I guess you said it pretty much. I am a comedian by trade, right? But today I am just a guy talking to the cool people at Cool Story Bro.
I wish I was cool.
Okay. Anyway, so we saw your website right? So we saw your list of achievements
Yeah, okay.
So the one thing that caught our eye there is your tug-of-war of course.
Oh yeah, that is still... So, I guess let me give you some context. So I've been nominated for good things. Like, I guess the most recent would be like, a few years back I did something with Smirnoff Ice when they were launched in Malaysia.
Yep.
And like I wrote a campaign with them. And that got like into the Effies.
Okay.
So nominated, but didn't win. And then like many years back, I wrote a musical called Lat Kampung Boy. You know Lat, the comic book? So I wrote the musical with Harif Iskandar.
Nice.
And that got nominated. I think it was the highest nominated musical that year as well. So I was nominated for Best Book, right? Didn't win also. Also didn't win. What else? I was nominated for Best Comedy in the Perth Fringe World.
Yeah.
Didn't win. The only thing I've ever won in my life is a tug-of-war challenge in high school in 2004.
So today,
gold medalist, baby.
That's still your crowning achievement.
Okay.
Yes.
Today,
And I know it's a team sport, but I was the captain, so it's mine.
Okay lah.
Okay?
Today, you get another award lah.
Okay.
The first guest ever on Cool Story Bro.
Alright.
This is a big achievement lah. Because
It
we
is.
actually skimmed through a lot of people.
Really?
And
And none of them were free, is it?
None of them were free lah. None of them were really people that kind of resonate with us.
I see.
Yeah, so we kind of get people that we actually talk to lah.
Okay.
Not like some awkward sort of thing. At least you know kind of help us out as well with numbers as hell. So we all decided with Kuah Jenhan and
That's a cool story, bro.
it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
It's really worth it.
I think I gotta know, like, since Masters is predominantly, streetwear and all this kind of thing, I have to ask, you like sneakers?
Yes, it comes and goes. Okay, so I don't know, or I find it very tiring to follow the hype. And when you follow a hype, then you want the thing, and it's very hard to get the thing, and it's very expensive. So I try not to. But something interesting, when I started performing, I then made money for myself, right? And I came from a below average family. When I was young, my biggest dream was to go to like Disneyland, or like I like Mickey Mouse very much. And just so happened when I started performing, and that's when Adidas was with Jeremy Scott. Remember the time? And he had a shoe which had a Mickey Mouse face on it. And I was like, that's my dream shoe. Like that's the shoe I would want as a kid, right? So I bought the shoe and I became I really like Jeremy Scott stuff. It was very out there, right? So I kept wearing them for shows. And for like the early part of my career, people would recognize me, the guy with the shoes.
The guy with the shoes.
Yeah. Wow. So that was then. And then I guess like eventually became like, I can't remember where I dropped out, but I know for a fact I missed the entire Yeezy thing. Yeah, so I wasn't there. And then I started to follow again. I think like it's very interesting seeing the Off-White stuff. Yeah.
Actually, I'm a bit curious as to... Okay, because before this on another show that we have, two guests actually mentioned like their whole love about the Adidas Jeremy Scott thing. What makes it so attractive?
Oh, okay.
What pulls you into buying the shoe?
So it started with the Mickey Mouse, right? And then I think the one with the wings. Right?
Oh, the one with
the one with the wings. And there was then he changed it to a fire one, and then there was like a teddy bear one, and like
yeah, the teddy bear one
after the teddy bear one, it became too crazy for me. Yeah, but something cool is that because I kept buying them and performing in them, and one day I had another interview, right? And they were asking me about birthdays or something like that. And I told them like, oh, I stopped celebrating birthdays at the age of 13. And they asked why. And the reason is when I was 13 years old, that's your first year in high school, right?
Yeah.
And I was 13 in the year 2000. So like millennium, high school, right? So I thought like birthday would be damn June, like damn good. But then that year, like my family were like, we were poor, right? And could not afford a cake. Okay, so at 13, I was like very upset. I'm like, I could not understand it. I was like, how can I not have a cake? Right? So I decided like I refused to celebrate birthday. I just was very upset, very unfairly upset, right? And the next year, at 14, my mom offered me 2 cakes, and I said I don't want cake anymore. So I stopped, right? So I said this at the interview, not realizing that, oh, my mom stalks me on the internet. So she heard it, and then that year for my birthday, she went and found like a cupcake person. Who turns out to be like my cousin-in-law. And she made cupcakes with all my Jeremy Scott shoes on it.
Nice.
Like just mini figurines. So I was like so happy, and like I felt so bad because I knew that they felt bad, right? So I posted it online, right? And guess what happens next? Jeremy Scott tweets me happy birthday.
Wow.
Okay?
Shit.
I am legit, bro.
Yep.
That's my cool story, bro.
As legit
Shout
as it
out,
gets.
mom.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Shout out,
mom.
mom.
OG.
Yeah, man. That's actually a very cool story.
Yeah, so I don't know what kind of hooked me to Jeremy Scott. I think it was just, I found it very interesting. Like his interpretation of things were like just weird. Like it's out there, I guess. It's not as, like I had like a jacket as well, like, and it was like a safari one, was like a cheetah print or something, and at the back you have your Adidas like logo, right? But it had like 3 big holes, like it was scratched by a gigantic panther or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I actually never liked that stuff though. Jeremy Scott.
Yeah, I think it's not for everyone.
Yeah, man. When I saw it the first time, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What the hell are those, man? I'm like, oh, I don't feel it.
They're for comedians, bro.
And so, unfortunately, a lot of sneakerheads wear them. So
I think Joseph Giovanni also was.
Yeah, Joseph really wears them. He's a comedian.
No. He's
YouTuber,
I don't know,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a streamer now.
Yeah, he's a streamer.
Yeah.
What does he stream?
Play games.
Fortnite.
Oh, right.
Oh, really,
Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, those guys make a lot of money, man.
Fortnite guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the kids are all into that shit.
I see.
So how they earn money is very interesting. It's your in-game costumes. So all the kids who play them, they get their mother's credit card and go buy that stuff.
You mean how the games make money, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the game
this
is
like,
free to play.
This is like microtransactions.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the things where you get the kids hooked up on lah.
I see.
So all these streamers, what they do is they give you gameplay, but what they're trying to upsell you is the
I mean, like I am a sucker for that too. I play Overwatch.
Oh,
so when it
nice.
came out, I'm like, I just want everything Junkrat wear,
Yeah.
like Roadhog skins and stuff like that. But eventually, I'm like, no, this is crazy.
No, but at least they're nice in the sense they will give it to you for free every now and then. You know what I mean? You will maybe play like a certain level, they give you like a drop every time. The loot boxes, the loot boxes, at least there's that lah. Like this one is straight up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you have to buy.
I see. Because like, even like PUBG, you can kind of earn.
you can
earn the skins.
So
and things.
Fortnite, you can't at all.
Fortnite, no. There was one period in time where they sort of like did a competitive ranking lah. So if you were in the top 100 in your region, you would get the currency from Fortnite for free.
Okay.
Yeah, and which you can use to purchase whatever skins you buy from the shop.
Okay.
And it's crazy to the point now, even streetwear brands are in the game. Babe collaborated with PUBG, right?
PUBG Mobile.
Yeah, with PUBG Mobile just to like make a jacket, with the Babe.
The full set, like even the pen also has the Babe logo on it.
Oh, okay.
So they're there now lah. I think Fortnite is doing the same thing with somebody else. I can't remember who, but
so to my knowledge now, it's like Samsung.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the streetwear is everywhere now. Everybody's into that thing now. And even the sneaker lah. When we went sneaker lah.
Yeah.
So the first day, I met a bunch of kids. They came in like full set LV Supreme.
Okay.
And that's like maybe the top itself 15,000.
Yeah.
In my mind is like, wow, man, with this age, I can't afford like a nice Bata shoe, man. And these kids are all like rocking the whole 15K t-shirt. From top to bottom, it's expensive.
15K?
Just a t-shirt, bro.
As in 15,000
Ringgit
15,000 ringgit.
for a T-shirt.
with LV Supreme.
No. The LV Supreme T-shirt was about 8.
Oh, is it?
The hoodie.
No, the hoodie
the
That-
hoodie
that-
was
Even 8,000
15,000.
is insane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you don't be surprised, they're like 14, dude. They're like kids. And all 5 of them, they all dressed up in like Balenciagas, Gucci shoes, or whatever thing that we don't want to pay for this today. And they are paying for it, their parents are paying for it. Like,
Luxury streetwear, like, it's like a
Crazy.
whole different level.
yeah, man.
Honestly.
I was shocked. It was a culture shock for me.
How many days was Sneakerla?
2 days.
2 days. And is that the most outrageous thing you saw?
In terms of the way the kids dress, I would say yes.
Okay.
I'm not, because I'm only recently in this scene, so I'm not like very like old school that these guys are. I'm just very fairly new. So even with the whole off-white thing, when I found out, I was like, this is ridiculous. You know, it's really ridiculous. Like, I don't know how people can even be willing to
Justify.
pay 5,000 for a shoe that is not the actual price of the shoe.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But people like this kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So even going there to the event, I walk around, I see all this. The guys like our age,
Yeah.
they're quite low key. Not say low key, they still dress with your whole streetwear, not the expensive brands, but they're not like the kids. The kids are the ones that are like crazy.
Okay, they're chasing the hype.
Yeah, man, they're really chasing the hype. I'm shocked, man. Like, I don't know how you afford the money. I actually went up to one kid and asked him, I was like, so, you know, how much is your entire outfit? So about 40-50 grand. So I was like, where do you find the money from? Oh, my dad likes it too, so he buys it. So I was like,
So his dad has a set, he has a set, I guess.
Shout out that.
shout out dad, shout out dad. Peace dad, thanks dad.
Right, okay. I think... Okay, I want to talk about your MACC stuff.
Okay. Maybe we should clarify, MACC is not the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission. Right? It's the
Oh yeah,
MACC.
it just hit to me. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the MACC we're referring to is the Malaysian Association of Chinese Comedians. But I know why some people are confused, because sometimes we both like to make jokes as well. Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yep.
So I've been to 2 of your shows.
Okay.
The 2017 one at Mid Valley, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Was I in crutches then? 2017?
No. You weren't in crutches, but I remember the story very well. It was super funny. So
Okay.
okay, and you also do your own line of shows. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay, so how do you define the line between like MACC content and
Okay.
your own show content?
Oh, that's a great question, because when I do my own shows, like you're referring to like my 1 hour shows,
Yes.
right? So I write, in the last 4 years, I've been going to the Melbourne Comedy Festival, Melbourne International Comedy Festival. So that's I go there and I do like 22 shows, and it's all 1 hour shows.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, I literally perform Tuesdays to Sunday every night, 1
Every
hour.
night. Oh shit.
And like every show I'm doing, I'm competing with like 600 shows. It's a very stressful environment.
The comedy show, if I'm not mistaken, was around March.
Yeah, so it's March to April, right? So when it comes to like, okay, MACC set, like my set's about 20-25 minutes. So that is, I would say, more club style. Meaning like I can't afford to tell you an entire story or like a very elaborate story. So it's mostly like a collection of like shorter ones.
Yep.
Okay, so when it and also I guess my style is more story, more anecdotal, as opposed to your very fast club kind of like set up punchline kind of thing. So MACC show, if you watch, like I still tell stories, but it's much shorter. When it's a 1 hour show, when it's my own show, I kind of am able to structure it more like, I guess it's a narrative arc to it.
It's more storytelling.
In a way, yes. So I guess that's the difference. I have been focusing a lot on 1 hour shows, so I think like I am quite happy, or I'm quite proud that I think I'm very strong with structure. But I find myself now lacking in like the quicker jokes, the shorter jokes. Yeah, very different when you perform at a 5-minute set or like an hour set. Like, and also MACC, it's a collection. It's 4 of us.
Yeah.
4 of us guys. So people come expecting to see like that, right?
Yeah,
Whereas your own show, you can afford a lot more time because they bought a ticket to watch you.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a difference.
So you know what to basically they're paying for what they really want to know. They know what they want to watch really.
But MACC is fun though, because like I think the 4 of us, like Chiho, Dr. Jason, Douglas, and myself, we have something that is very rare, which is like we somehow are still friends with each other after so many years, right? And like we are very supportive, I guess, of one another. Each of us have our own, like, I guess, strengths and weaknesses, and like sometimes we annoy each other to no ends. But like before every MACC, we will always meet up to kind of like talk about like, hey, so how's your set coming along? Like, and then we try to perform to each other and just workshop it.
Okay, I think it brings me to my next question. How's the chemistry between the four of you?
The chemistry constantly changes, man. Right?
It is.
Yeah.
I know you and Jason, you guys do this middle finger thing.
Yeah, that's quite recent. That's quite recent. Like Jason has been like the annoyance for the longest time. Yeah, because he used to be a doctor, right? But he has the worst hygiene in the world, man. I swear, one time, right? Like we were sharing an apartment in Penang, right? So it's like one of those like.
Oh, this is for the tour, is it?
For the tour, 3-4 bedroom apartment kind of thing. There was a pair of underwear on the sink. Not in the sink, on the sink. First of all, how does it even get there? Like, I don't know. And like, Jiho has this famous story of like how we were eating bak kut teh once, right? And you finish the bak kut teh soup, right?
Yeah.
And there's just like a mountain of rice in there. And you know whose rice that is? Jason's. Yeah, so we kind of know, like, we know each other, and like Jiho can be a bit bitchy sometimes as well, and Douglas can be a bit show-offy sometimes as well, you know, and I can be a bit like emotional, I guess, I don't know. So we know, and we learn to work with it.
Because in terms of comedy, all four you're very different as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Very different styles.
Because you're like you don't cast, right? As far as you're not doing, you cast.
Yeah, very like I have. I think this year maybe I did once, but like I generally don't, and it's not. I believe it is not like a choice. I think it's just normal for me. Yeah, it's just normal for
Douglas
me.
is straight away all out waggly.
And Douglas likes to talk about current issues. Like, you know,
it's more like a bit political.
In a way. Yeah. Okay. So Douglas is 10 years my senior. Jason is, I think, 3 or 4 years older than I am. Jiho is 4 or 5 years older than I am.
So you're the youngest.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the baby of the group. Yeah, and they all three of them are married. Married to Jiho's married to his first and only girlfriend.
Wow.
Douglas is married to his first and only girlfriend.
Okay.
Jason, I think, had one ex. But like the ex is the kind of like, I think, high school or something where like 1 month you don't count one, you know. then the next girl he married. So they kind of all married their first love. Yeah. So they are like
Yourself?
Myself. Hey, I'm not a coward, okay. I go out there and find the right one. Okay, I'm not lazy like them.
I think like one of the skits that you did, you said you were like traveling cross country to meet the Kazakh girl.
Oh yeah.
Was that true?
Wait, where did you watch this?
The 2017 one.
2017?
Yeah, at Mid Valley one. I remember quite clearly because it was fucking funny.
Okay. No, okay, so you see, like, that show, I talked about going to Uzbekistan. Right?
Uzbek, sorry.
Yes, Uzbekistan. Douglas came on and then told people that I went there to find a girl. That is not true. Okay, that is not true. But like I was asking, why do you know that? It's because my 1 hour show this year is about that. The fact is, I didn't go there to look for her. I know a girl from Uzbekistan a long time ago. My genuine plan was like, the reason why I went to Uzbekistan in the first place, I think it was like 2017 or 16, around there, was because the Melbourne comedy show was coming up, right? And I could not write anything. Like there was nothing that was inspiring, and like the state of the country then was like just very boring. Every single day you hear the same bullshit, right? So nothing was inspiring. So I thought, what I would do is just shock my system by going to a place I know almost nothing about, don't speak the language, and like had no idea where it was. So I just picked Uzbekistan, right? And I just went there and just to observe and see what happened. But at the back of my head, my other plan was, just imagine, what if in this huge, gigantic, landlocked country you bump into this girl you once knew? Of course it didn't happen because this is real life, you know? Yeah, so that was the story.
Okay, so among the four of you, right, who's the diva?
Who's the diva? Okay, of late it has to be Jason.
Yeah. Really?
I can tell.
Not really though, but I mean Jason has always been like that.
Okay, but what do you mean by diva? Diva in what sense?
That one is... don't know.
Like
We have all had diva. Actually, you know what? I think Chiho is the least diva.
Gio's quite understated.
Yeah, Chiho will go if anything. I remember I think I once was very angry in Labuan. Yeah, Labuan, because in Labuan, right, it's such a tiny place, right, and everybody knows everybody because they're there, right? So they were going to launch this new kind of I guess an island kind of a hangout kind of a place called Pulau Papan. So the people who ran it, this hasn't opened yet by the way, so the people who ran it, they wanted to bring us there the next day.
Okay.
Right, so we'll come pick you up, tomorrow morning we take you breakfast, eat the fish head noodle first, and then we go there, right? At 11 a.m, we're calling them and no one's picking up. They're all still asleep. So I'm really annoyed. You know why? Because the guy who owns it lives next door. Okay, he's literally next door, and
next door, is it next building or?
Yeah, we were so check this out. We were in a hotel. Next door is a house.
Okay.
Can you picture that? That's Labuan. Okay, that's Labuan.
Yeah.
So eventually, someone called back, right? And then and this hotel also, I think, I don't know if they owned it or I'm not sure how things work in Labuan, but I just asked the hotel for can I have a towel? Bring it back. Oh, cannot. And there's literally no one else in this hotel is a 4-story hotel. Okay, there is no one else in this hotel. I'm quite sure of it. It's just 4 of us, right? And ask for towel, they don't give. I said, never mind. Okay, can I have a plastic bag then? I said, boleh bagi plastic bag, right? So in case anything, I can just put my wet clothes in. Tak ada plastic bag. So I just got so angry. I said, how do you throw rubbish? You pakai cangkul lah. I was just so that was my only, I guess, one of my only biggest diva moment. Yeah, but of late it has to be Jason, because I don't know if you can say Douglas is a diva because he is very impatient and very hot-tempered. So his kind of reaction is it's the kind of anger that's just a spike. It's boom, triggered anger.
Zero to 100,
0 to 100, but then back to 0. That kind of. So I don't know if you could call that a diva.
That's more personality lah. I mean that's kind of him essentially.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Before I answered, who do you think was a diva?
No, for me it was Jason lah.
I think I don't know, from the looks of it, for me maybe it's just a little bit about Douglas. Yeah, because he actually, I don't know, I just get the vibe from him. Yeah.
Okay. So again, the reason why I feel it's hard to say Douglas is a diva because he gets upset fast, right? But he gets upset when something is supposed to be done and it is not done, or it is ridiculous.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not, because I think a diva will get upset at something that makes sense. Right, you know what I mean? A diva would just go. I don't like the couch. The couch is brown. Douglas would be he'll be upset if you said the room be ready at 1. It's now 2. It is not.
Okay, so it's fair.
Yeah. So it's a bit hard, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that one makes more sense. So if you see the couch is brown, you don't like it, I think that's being a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's just being a bit. That's more than diva idea.
Okay, so with a group of 4, right? Do you ever feel you're second, third, fourth, that kind of thing? Is there ranking?
Oh no, I don't. So I think with us, no. Okay, because we are not really a group of 4, right? So the way I saw it, cause MACC we started in 2009, and back then it was me, Chiho, and Douglas only. Jason hasn't started performing.
Jason was still working as a doctor.
Yeah, he was a houseman, I think in Penang or something like that.
Okay.
And it was always Douglas's show. Because back then, Douglas had just started. So Chiho and myself, we started this thing called the YCOM, the Young Comedians of Malaysia. So we were the only open mic show that existed back then. And Douglas was he was an actor and he was a celebrity in his own right. And so he was looking to getting into comedy. And at the time, Harith was performing, so Douglas would open for Harith. And eventually, Douglas wanted to do his own show.
Yep.
But he didn't believe he could hold his own show.
Pull it off,
yeah, so he asked Chiho and me. So I've always saw it as I'm opening for Douglas. And this is your show. You know, so but of course we share the brand, which is very nice.
Okay.
So we are a group only during that time, I guess. I would say, because at one point, like Douglas asked me like if he wanted to do his own show, would I take over MACC? I'm like, no. I said there's no reason for MACC to exist, because this is the reason it exists, because this is your show. Like if you go and do your own show and like you leave me with the MACC, then I would have the same problem, which is I have to now write a longer show for MACC and also my own show.
Yep.
Right?
More work.
Yeah, it's like it's tough, man.
Yep, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
But how long did it, per se, like when you started, how long did it take you to like break into the market, like as in like to get into a place where you're stable, income stable and stuff like that?
Okay, income stable. So I did advertising in college. Yeah, MACC,
Yeah.
right? I did MACC, and then when I graduated, like I really enjoyed advertising. I really enjoyed it. And I thought to myself, like, should I do advertising or should I try to pursue this? Because I like performing. I don't like, not necessarily stand-up comedy per se. It's just like, it was something that I just found, right? But I like performing. So I thought to myself, maybe I should try this performing thing and see if it works out, rather than go to advertising and then like 10 years later, like regret my life, right? And so I tried that. So
Shout out chasing your dreams.
yeah. So for like the first, but it can be quite tough, because the first year, like 3/4 of the first year, I literally and legit I only made 250 a month. Like no, 200 to 250 a month
For a show.
Yeah, because there was only one show in a month that we organized. There was
the open mic show.
Yeah, that was like then it was like in Little Havana in Changkat. Yeah, which is now called Havana because it's grown up, right?
Yeah.
Like so in Little Havana, it was like the Time Out Comedy Thursday. So we got Time Out to help us out.
Oh.
Yeah, so like we perform once a month and like we would get 250. So that was my first year, pretty much my first year. And towards the end of the year is when MACC happened. And that was when I got like, I can't remember how much, maybe like 1,000 or 2 or something, but 4 figures, right?
4 figures.
Yeah, 4 figures. And from then on, it just continued. Because there's so few comedians back then. Right? Even now, there's a lot more, but there's still
In
very
comparison,
little.
the pool is still relatively small.
Yeah, so I always believe like if you don't have to try to chase to be the best. You know what I mean? You just have to, if you do good work, people will recognize.
Yep. Through that.
Yeah.
So what do you think
Still
of
grind.
Comedy Court?
Comedy Court,
Yeah.
as in Indian Ellen Comedy Court.
Yeah, the bunch of people that's in there. What do you think?
Oh, you know, that's very interesting because they in their early days, right? They were very, very strong.
Yep.
Right, they were very strong, and then they disappeared for a while, and now they
come back
resurface.
again,
Resurface, right?
Because I remember watching them. The first time was that whole massage parlor.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And it was damn funny. Like that's when I really actually called on to like Malaysia comedy.
Ah,
'Cause
okay,
at the time,
okay.
It was very like YouTube wasn't a big thing then.
Yeah.
So you don't really know, but they posted on YouTube. And it was like really like quality. Like
Okay, like, at
shit
least
one.
you saw, you know, I still
Yeah.
don't know.
You young ma.
I watch Pachukang lah.
Oh,
They were different, but
Yeah.
the Comedy Court is quite.
yeah. So they had. So I think the strength was that they had a lot of good characters, or like very relatable characters, and they've always had a huge following, anyways. So they disappeared. They came back. They're a lot older, and I worked with them before also. So there are things that I find like sometimes they have problem remembering stuff, right? But they came back and they can still sell a lot of tickets, which is so impressive to me. Like the followings, they still have the following.
Because they have the whole. What they do is they make fun of the government. That's one thing, right? They always make fun of the government and they really portray like your typical. Because the Indian fella, what's his name? Alan.
Yeah, they're both Indians.
And they portray Chinese, they portray other
yeah,
races,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's quite on point, and they actually can pull out the whole Chinese vibe as well.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
quite cool. I mean, essentially, they're quite funny. They're very straightforward funny, because they're not like. They got to cuss a lot as well.
Yeah.
They're basically on Malaysian.
Yeah, and also they do a lot of song parodies.
Yes. That too. Have you, what do you think of them?
I'm actually quite curious to know if we cross demographic, will it make sense to them? Because I don't know. I don't have the answer though.
Yeah, that's true. This is quite a great.
Yeah.
Fair
Could
enough.
be, I mean, if there's an opportunity for a crossover episode or something like that, I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But there's two different generations, like you said. So it'll be quite cool. So, that's something to think about.
Yeah, I think Chiho is close to indie. Indie is one of them. Yeah, I think Chiho is closer to indie.
And they're lawyers, right?
No, that's the character they play.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Actual real life lawyers.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I heard someone told me they're actually real life lawyers. I could be wrong, but they have. I remember they have a skit there.
Yeah, because they used to hang out in this place, the Selangor bar, a lot, like the actual bar, and there were a lot of lawyers there as well.
Oh.
So they were parodying their friends that they see.
And then who's coming? Kevin Hart is coming.
December something,
Next
right?
week, I think. Or something like that. Are you going?
No, So here's the thing, like as much as I want to go, right, I know it's gonna be so many people, right, and I get a bit anxious when it's too many people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So because not because you're not a fan lah.
Well, I would say I'm not a fan though. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. I'm just not not a fan enough to brave to go there.
Do you go for the Russell Peters one?
No, I didn't, because every time he's here, I'm in Australia.
Oh yeah, he came earlier this year. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Did you go?
No. Yeah, I did it. I sat way at the back.
How was it?
It was really good.
Yeah.
I think it's surpassed expectations.
Yeah.
For me.
I think he's of course he's like Jason has this nice way of putting it. It's like the set that we know him from. They know somebody's going to get hurt. That one, that's like a collection of his best jokes, right? And then because of the fame, like every year you need to write something new, right? So I think the quality, it's very hard to match that because the expectation is so high. But I know that his strength is also in crowd work.
So he can do a lot of impromptu.
So that is a very powerful skill that is very foreign in Asia. Because in America, right, like, or even in Australia, let's say I am booked to perform half an hour, right? The comedian there would not prepare, or like they definitely can perform half an hour, but in their mind, right, they're actually doing 20, and then 10 minutes I'll talk to people. Like crowd work is part of the craft there. Whereas in Asia, it is very rare.
It's
because we are not
we're not open to talk.
Very
shy.
Very
shy.
We're a lot more reserved, right? So like when I go to Australia, right, and like some people talk to me, I don't know what to do. I'm like, why are you talking to me? I'm trying to perform, man. Like,
but I mean, there's a big difference performing in Asia and in overseas. Even let's say like in just music you perform in Malaysia, people here generally don't give a shit. Like you play let's say you go to open mic, people, half the time people will listen to you. But if you go to like Australia, US, or UK, and like that, people actually stop talking. Actually pay attention.
They try to follow, right?
They try to actually pay attention to you, which is very different in the culture here,
I guess so. I mean, I've been to some music open mic where like the other people in the audience are the other musicians performing at the open mic show.
Exactly.
I think that's usually the case.
It's
in background scene here also. But okay. On the subject of like Russell Peters and Kevin Hart and whatnot, who's your favorite comedian?
Okay, I can answer that. So I used to. It used to be very difficult for me to pick favorites in anything, even color or whatever. Like I swear, like literally, like I could not answer favorites. So people always ask like favorite color, right? I always say white. But the compromise in my head is that because white is actually all the colors shine through a prism, so I'm picking more than one.
So deep.
Shout out science.
So my favorite comedian now is a guy called Mike Birbiglia. You probably have not heard of him, I guess.
Yes, I have not.
Yeah, so Mike Birbiglia, when I saw, so he's got, I think 2 specials on Netflix that's available. One is called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend. Okay, and another one is called Thank God for Jokes. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, someone else in the world does something like what I do, which is tell stories, but so much better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I really like his current show now. He's actually on Broadway.
Oh.
Yeah, 99 shows on Broadway.
It's fucking a lot.
Like one comedian on Broadway by himself. That's amazing. So I think that's I really like him. Another favorite would be, I guess, John Mulaney.
John Mulaney also never heard.
Never heard. Yeah, I like him too. He won the Emmys this year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we gotta check him out.
Yeah, check him out. Like his latest special is called what was it? Something I can't remember. No, Comeback Kid was the last one. This one, Mr. Handsome, I don't know. But you know what was amazing? He toured America, his special was like filmed in Radio City Music Hall, which is like a huge venue in America. I think like thousands of seats. He sold 7 nights, sold out. Yeah.
Damn.
Have you seen Adam Sandler's latest special?
Oh, that was damn good.
Fantastic, right? Oh my god, man.
The musical was
Yeah.
on point. It was really good.
I thought like easily one of my favorite specials this year.
Yeah, man.
I've yet to watch it, so
Actually, I started watching it because of the video of him rapping that was gone viral. That's when I actually watched it, and I was like, shit, actually that's really good.
Which one is it? The
He
Uber?
rapped about the stuff you cannot...
phone, wallet,
phone,
keys.
wallet, keys. That's actually damn catchy.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting though. That's fun.
I have to Google John Mulaney's special. I feel so Kid Gorgeous. That's what it's called.
Gorgeous,
Yeah, I went with Mr. Handsome, but it's close enough. Kid Gorgeous.
okay, we should check that out.
Interesting.
Okay, so I think like we're sort of like nearing the end.
Yeah.
Are we?
So yeah, we have like I think 1 or 2 more questions. So
Really? Not so
okay,
fast, man.
What do you think of like the comedian scene here? In the sense that is it rising? Can it sustain itself?
Okay. Rising, yes, definitely. Having been to Australia, right? And also I look at like how I guess globally like entertainment is changing. Like Crazy Rich Asian is now an Oscar nominated film. Do you know Henry Golding is going to attend the Oscars? That's how insane that is, right? So I realize even in comedy, like Asia is very fast becoming a very strong voice because it is something that people didn't know they wanted to hear. Because like something as simple as, let's say, a story about a father and a son relationship, or even something simpler like, you know, your men and women jokes or your old people jokes, right?
The stereotypical ones.
Even the stereotypical ones, like you've heard the white perspective on things,
Yes.
right? But an Asian perspective on that is different. So I think there is definitely mileage in that, right? So knowing that, now we look at Asia. Okay, in Asia, India is definitely front runner. They are a beast. Like India is worldwide, like genuinely, and also because they are such a homogeneous society, a culture that they very quickly form a tour around the whole country. They can tour around the whole country. So as a comedian in India, I literally can perform the entire year touring around the country, do my 1 hour special tour, 1 hour special tour, and just keep doing that because they have formed that route. Also, there's a lot of attention. Amazon Prime is very strong there. Netflix is very strong there because these comedians, right? Like I met a comedian, Indian comedian in Australia. He had like, I guess he is like maybe mid-tier in India or maybe lower. He has 900,000 followers on Twitter, and to him it's like, it's just okay. Because of the population size.
Fair enough.
Right? Because of the population size. So all these big networks want to come in.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why they have the kind of like, I guess they have an industry there. So we exclude India. Okay, if we exclude India, I have to say Malaysia is front runner for the rest of Asia. The reason is we perform mainly in English. Sure, we got la here and there, but it's English, right? It's understandable.
To the world audience.
Yeah, there are good comedians in Indonesia, in Philippines, but they always operate on a dual language thing in their country. So when they go to, let's say, like Australia or in America, it's a lot harder for them, or like they have less jokes that is fully in English because sometimes translation don't work, right?
Yeah.
So that leaves.
Sometimes it's like certain, you know, like how we have our own Malaysian thing, and when they incorporate their jokes inside there, like only us Malaysians understand, and not the Americans.
Yes. So those are references and stuff. So that leaves Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. All right. So now Hong Kong's problem, I guess, is it's the comedy scene is very small and it's very expat based, right? So people come in, they're teachers, they're bankers or whatever, and they try to do comedy. So people come in and fly out, they don't stay. There's very little culture. The Hong Kong Chinese comedy, like the Cantonese comedy scene, a lot stronger. I feel a lot stronger. So that leaves Malaysia and Singapore, right? Now Singapore is also in and out country, but there are also locals in Singapore who live there. Problem I find is Malaysia excels because we have more personality.
Agreed.
Okay, and it's not a diss to Singapore. I find that because not only am I Asian, I'm third world Asian. You know what I mean? Like, I go to Australia, I have to like divide my money by 3.
Yes.
Singapore goes to Australia, it's like dollar for dollar, same one.
That's like, yeah.
Hey, Sibei cheap man, stuff here. Man, you don't understand what struggle is, bro.
Yeah, man. Even going to Singapore hurts us, man. If they change money, it's like, fuck. There's so much pain.
Yeah. So,
30 ringgit.
yes, I definitely rising. Will it sustain itself? I think so. But I really hope that, is it now when people say comedy in Malaysia, right? Genuinely, what they mean is comedy in Klang Valley, in KL and PJ.
Yeah.
Because you go to Terengganu, you go to Pahang, there's no comedians,
I don't
right?
think they understand the concept of like
Yes,
stand-up.
so I hope to change that. Like, I really want to. Like, I think next year, like, I know it's very prestigious to like Dr. Jason likes to do big shows, likes to do prestigious big shows, right? So he'll sell like maybe 4 nights of like 600, 700 seater in KL. I want to try taking the other path, which is like I want to do very small shows, but in all the small towns.
the more intimate shows. In that
Yeah,
sense, like.
because I believe there will be people who have never seen stand up or never saw. They are very like sketch comedy is a lot older, so you understand. Oh, he's doing a sketch. Like it's like in school, that's what you do, right? But a one man show, I think it's something that's not as common. Yeah, I really want to go to all these small towns.
Yeah, I think also like because like the Malay demographic recognizes sketch comedy more than stand up.
Yeah.
As I think like the Maharaja Lawa.
Yeah,
that kind
but
of
it's
thing,
It's changing, but it's still slow.
Yep.
It's still slow, right?
So change is slow, but I think that's a direction that's good.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I think like if we can find this amount of people in KL who can perform and have funny stories, like I'm pretty sure that people in like the other towns have like vastly different stories, you know. Like there was one guy from Sabah, right, who came to KL and then like started performing. He was working here as well. His jokes, right, to me is like just so the perspective is so different, right, that no one else here can have those jokes. Like he was from not only from Sabah, he was from a small village in Sabah. So he's like, in my village, there is only one traffic light. There's only one traffic light in the whole village, and there is also our only nightclub.
Oh, that's really good excuse.
Right?
Yeah, man,
this perspective, KL people would never have, right?
Yeah.
The observations they would have, like, is so different.
Yep.
So I hope to go out there, perform in all these small places, find these people.
Yeah, you should, man. You should get it out. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Reach the masses.
Wow.
You see?
See the plug there? Okay, anyway, so now back to your. So just when you spoke earlier, you told us about your 10-year anniversary for MACC, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said like MACC we started 2009. So next year will be our 10th anniversary, right? And we're gonna things are gonna change a bit because like it used to always be produced by Douglas mostly, but next year Jason and I are producing it.
Nice.
So we're gonna try to take it to the next level.
Right.
Okay, because Douglas, as much as I love him, can be a bit old school or like kolot, okay, old school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because like we think to ourselves, right, after 9 years, we are still in like a 400-seater, 450-seater. Sure, we do like 8-9 shows. We sell in KL, we sell about 3,000 to 4,000 tickets, right? But why can't we do big venues but more nights as well, like? And also it's 10th anniversary. I think it means something.
Yep.
And and also I don't know if this is an exclusive thing or what, but very very likely after the 10th show we will take a break or we will do our own things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a hiatus sort of thing or?
No, we will not stop performing. Maybe we'll just stop performing together for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
Sad.
enough of bakute rice with Jason's rice.
It's
Enough
just
of
like
like.
you. Sometimes you too long. Every day you see your girlfriend, you just want like a day without her lah. Oh, normal lah.
What kind of issues? What kind of issues?
Not I'm not liable to say anything.
Okay. Anyway, unfortunately, we have to
Yeah.
call into the show. So
Yes.
before we go, where can we find you on social media?
I am at Kuah Jenhan. That's KUAHJENHAN.
Right.
So at Kuah Jenhan on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook is just my name, Kuah Jenhan. YouTube. I should get into the YouTube thing, but it's just YouTube Kuah Jenhan. See what comes up. I don't know.
It's okay, like just plug ni lah. So it's still Kuah Jenhan.
It's still Kuah Jenhan. It's still my name, but like I'm trying to up my social media game though.
We can help you with that.
How? Teach me. I don't understand.
The one we PM tepi.
Okay.
Different. We cannot
Okay.
share our secrets later.
Right.
To make money.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
It was
so
such a
much.
pleasure.
Yeah.
It was
Thanks.
really
Yeah,
fascinating.
it was very
Thanks
fun.
for helping us get your confidence out with this new to us. It's kind of shit. But I guess we did pretty much okay. We
I think you did well, man.
awesome.
Shout out self praise.
Yeah. No, it was a praise from me. But that was a self-praise. So shout out self-praise.
Alright, thank you guys. So we'll be back for I think in 2 weeks time. I guess
in about
in
2 weeks' time.
Yep. So be sure to subscribe.
Comment.
Share this video. Comment. Let us know who you want us to talk to.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think. And
Yeah, and follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Please.
get him up to 10k. by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Right, so if you haven't done Christmas shopping, head on to 100%.com.my. Use the promo code CoolStoryBro for 10% off. Alright, see you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Good.